Hello friends, this is Kusumakar. Welcome to the series of C programming. So today in this chapter we will understand what is nested if conditions. So we will understand nested if condition with the help of program. So here the program which we will use to understand nested if condition, that is to check whether the year is a leap year or not. So we will check whether the entered year is leap year or not. So first we will understand what is leap year, then we will understand what is the logic to find out that the year is leap year or not. Then we will implement that logic in the program using nested if conditions. So let's see what is leap year. So first of all, the year which is entered with 4-digit numbers, that should be divisible by 4, right? If that year is divided by 4, that means that is a leap year. But in case if that year is also divisible by 100, then it has to be divisible by 400. After that it will be considered as leap year, right? So I'm telling you again, if the year is only divisible by 4, not divisible by 100, then it will be considered as leap year. But in case if year is divisible by 4 and also divisible by 100, then it has to be divisible by 400 as well. Then it will be considered as leap year. In case if year is divisible by 4 and year is divisible by 100 as well, but not divisible by 400, but in that case it will not be considered as leap year. So this condition is mandatory only when this condition is passed. Otherwise this part will not be checked. So let me tell you again. Let's say this is the year 2020. So this is the 4-digit number. So this number is divisible by 4, not divisible by 100, right? So it will be considered as leap year. But in case this is the year, so this year is divisible by 4 and it is also divisible by 100, then it has to be divisible by 400. But here this year is divisible by 4, divisible by 100 as well, but not divisible by 400. So it is not leap year. Now check this year. So this year is divisible by 4, then it is divisible by 100 as well, then it is divisible by 400 as well. That means it is a leap year. Now see 1800. So 1800 is divisible by 4. It is also divisible by 100, but if it is divisible by 100, then it should be divisible by 400 as well. So in this case it is not divisible by 400. So it is not leap year. So 2424. So 2424 is only divisible by 4, not divisible by 100. So this condition need not to be checked, because this condition is only to be checked when this condition pass, right? So in this case only this condition pass and this condition fail, so it is not required, right? So this condition will decide whether the year is leap year or not. So this 2424 is only divisible by 4, not divisible by 100. That means it is a leap year, right? So you got the logic. Now see how to implement it with the help of program. So what we will do, first we will take a variable year, then we will ask user to enter 4-digit year, and that number will be saved in year variable. Then we will check whether year is divisible by 4. Then we will check is that year is also divisible by 100. If that year is also divisible by 100, then the third condition need to be checked, whether that year is also divisible by 400, right? So what will happen if third condition is also passed? That means it is leap year. It is leap year, right? In case this condition fails, then what will happen? We will print it is not leap year. Leap year, right? So in case this condition fails, that means only first if condition pass, then it is leap year. Leap year, right? But in case if that year is also not divisible by 4, then it is not leap year. Means at least it has to be divisible by 4. Leap year. So this is the logic which we have implemented with nested if. Means we are checking the year is divisible by 4, then we also need to check whether that year is divisible by 100 or not. If not, then it is only divisible by 4, means that is a leap year. But in case if it is divisible by 100, then it has to be divisible by 400 as well. Then after it will be considered as leap year. Otherwise, it will not a leap year, right? But in case if this condition fails, means only this condition pass, only first condition pass. In case only one condition pass, then it will be considered as leap year. So this is the leap year. But in case if first condition is also fails, then it will not be considered as leap year. So I have given you the example of years, right? So this logic we have implemented with nested if. So each internal if condition is dependent on previous if condition, right? So this condition is dependent on this, and this condition need to be checked when this is passed. So in such cases we should use nested if conditions, right? So let me run it now. Okay, semicolon. Okay. Okay, now let me run it. So first we will try with 2020. So it is leap year, right? then we will check with next value 2200. 2200. So it is not leap year, right? Then we will check with third value 1600. So it is leap year, right? Then we will check with fourth value 1800. So 1800 is not leap year. It is not leap year, right? Then we will also check with the last value, which is 2424. 2424. So it is leap year, right? So I have explained you the logic. I have given you the example with the values, right? And we have implemented this logic with nested if conditions, and we have also tested this program with multiple values to check the leap year. So you can see how we can achieve the logic for verifying whether the year is leap year or not, right? So this is how you should use the nested if conditions, right? So every internal if condition is dependent on its outer if condition. So in such cases you should use the nested if conditions. So if you have any query, then put down your query in the below comments, and please don't forget to subscribe our channel. See you in the next chapter. Till then, bye bye.